This biography is based on accurate research. Some images are illustrative due to copyright limitations. Have you ever wondered about the story behind the world's most famous sports drink? Well, it begins not in a boardroom but in a university laboratory with a man named Dr. James Robert Cade. He was a professor of medicine and nephrology at the University of Florida. Dr. Cade was known for his curious mind and his desire to solve problems. He wasn't just a scientist, he was an innovator, a thinker who looked at the world and saw opportunities to make things better. His most famous creation, Gatorade, would go on to change the world of sports, hydration, and business forever. But it all started with a simple question from a football coach. Born in San Antonio, Texas in 1927, Robert Cade grew up with a strong sense of curiosity and a love for learning. His early life was marked by service and dedication. He joined the U.S. Navy at the end of World War II, serving as a pharmacist's mate. This experience likely sparked his interest in medicine and the human body. After his military service, he pursued higher education with passion. He attended the University of Texas, where he earned his undergraduate degree and later his medical degree. His journey into the world of science and medicine was a steady climb, built on a foundation of hard work and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge that would define his entire career. His academic path eventually led him to the University of Florida in 1961. There, he became a respected figure in the College of Medicine, specializing in kidney disease. His work focused on how the human body functions under stress, particularly how it regulates fluids and electrolytes. This specialized knowledge would prove to be the key ingredient in his future invention. He was not just a teacher but a hands-on researcher, always exploring the intricate mechanics of human physiology. It was this deep understanding of the kidneys and bodily fluids that placed him in the perfect position to tackle a unique challenge presented by the university's own football team. The stage was set in the humid, sweltering heat of Florida. The University of Florida's football team, the Gators, were struggling. Players were succumbing to heat stroke and extreme dehydration during games and practices. In 1965, the Gators' assistant coach, Dwayne Douglas, approached Dr. Cade with a question that would change everything. "Doctor, why don't football players urinate after a game?" This simple observation was the catalyst. Cade, intrigued by the physiological puzzle, realized the players were losing so much fluid through sweat that their bodies had nothing left for their kidneys to process. This question ignited the spark of an idea that would lead to a revolutionary solution. With the coach's question echoing in his mind, Dr. Cade assembled a small team of researchers. They began studying the football players to understand what was happening to their bodies. They took blood and urine samples before, during, and after practice. The results were alarming. The players were losing massive amounts of water and, just as importantly, essential electrolytes like sodium and potassium. They were also burning through their carbohydrate reserves for energy. The team realized that simply drinking water wasn't enough. Water replaced the lost fluids, but it didn't replenish the crucial salts and sugars that the athletes' bodies desperately needed to perform and recover safely under the brutal Florida sun. The initial experiments to create a solution were, by all accounts, not very pleasant. The first batch of what would become Gatorade was a simple mixture of water, salt, sugar, and a hint of phosphate. The goal was to create a liquid that the body could absorb faster than plain water. However, the taste was reportedly so bad that the researchers themselves had trouble drinking it. In fact, Dr. Cade famously mentioned that the first experimental batch tasted like toilet bowl cleaner. Realizing that no athlete would willingly drink something so unpalatable, no matter how effective it was, they knew they had a significant challenge to overcome before their scientific breakthrough could become a practical tool. The turning point came with a simple suggestion from Dr. Cade's wife, Mary. She proposed adding lemon juice to the mixture to improve the flavor and make it more drinkable. This small addition was a stroke of genius. The citrus masked the salty, medicinal taste and created a beverage that was not only scientifically sound, but also refreshing. The team perfected the formula, balancing the scientific needs with a palatable taste. They named their creation Gatorade in honor of the team they were trying to help, the Florida Gators. The name was catchy, memorable, and forever linked the drink to its origins on the football field, a perfect blend of science and team spirit. The true test came when the concoction was given to the freshman football team during a scrimmage. The results were immediate and dramatic. The players drinking Gatorade performed better, lasted longer, and recovered more quickly than those who drank only water. The success was so evident that the head coach, Ray Graves, requested enough Gatorade for the entire varsity team for their next big game against Louisiana State University. The Gators, fueled by their new secret weapon, dominated in the second half of the game in the intense heat, securing a victory. The legend of Gatorade had officially begun, moving from the lab to the demanding arena of college football. The success of Gatorade on the football field was undeniable, but turning a homemade university project into a commercial product presented a new set of hurdles. Initially, there was a dispute over who owned the rights to the formula. Was it Dr. Cade and his research team, or was it the University of Florida where the research was conducted? This led to a period of legal negotiations and uncertainty. Dr. Cade and his team had invested their personal time and intellect, yet the university had provided the facilities and the test subjects in the form of the Gators football team. This conflict over ownership is a common challenge for inventions born in academic settings, and Gatorade was no exception to this complex process. Ultimately, a settlement was reached. Dr. Cade and his fellow inventors established the Gatorade Trust, and they agreed to give the University of Florida a 20% share of the royalties. This landmark agreement has since provided the university with hundreds of millions of dollars, funding countless research projects and academic programs. It stands as a powerful example of how university research can lead to commercially successful ventures that, in turn, benefit the academic institution itself. The resolution ensured that both the creators and the institution that supported them would share in the immense success that was to come, creating a powerful and lasting partnership. With the legal issues settled, the next step was to find a company that could produce and distribute Gatorade on a mass scale. They eventually partnered with Stokely Van Camp, a food canning company based in Indianapolis. Stokely Van Camp saw the potential in the product and acquired the U.S. rights to produce and market Gatorade. This partnership was crucial, as it provided the manufacturing power and distribution network needed to take Gatorade from a regional phenomenon to a national brand. The company began marketing Gatorade not just to athletes, but to anyone engaged in strenuous physical activity, broadening its appeal and setting the stage for its global domination. The impact of Gatorade on the world of sports was nothing short of revolutionary. Before Gatorade, athletes often just drank water, or sometimes even salt tablets with little understanding of the science of hydration. Gatorade introduced the concept of a scientifically formulated sports drink designed for optimal performance and recovery. It created an entirely new category of beverage and became a fixture on the sidelines of every major sporting event. Coaches and athletes quickly adopted it, recognizing its clear benefits in preventing dehydration and cramping. The iconic image of players dousing their coach with a cooler of Gatorade after a victory became a cultural symbol of triumph and celebration. Dr. Robert Cade's life was about much more than just his most famous invention. He remained a dedicated professor and researcher at the University of Florida for over 40 years, until his retirement in 2004. He continued his work on kidney disease, hypertension, and other medical conditions, contributing to the scientific community throughout his career. His curiosity never faded. He was also a man of many hobbies and talents. He was an accomplished violinist who played with the Gainesville Symphony Orchestra, a skilled gardener, and an avid collector of antique violins and Studebaker carriages. His life was a testament to the idea that a brilliant mind can have diverse passions, blending the arts and sciences seamlessly. The legacy of Dr. Cade is multifaceted. Scientifically, he pioneered the field of sports hydration, and his work has helped countless athletes perform at their peak and avoid the dangers of heat-related illnesses. Economically, the invention of Gatorade created a multi-billion-dollar industry and provided a massive financial windfall for the University of Florida, demonstrating the value of investing in academic research. Culturally, Gatorade has become a global icon, a symbol of athletic effort and success recognized all over the world. His invention is not just a product, it's a part of the fabric of modern sports, a constant presence from Little League fields to professional stadiums. Dr. Cade passed away in 2007 at the age of 80, but his legacy continues to thrive. The principles he established with Gatorade, the importance of replacing fluids, electrolytes, and energy during exercise, are now fundamental tenets of sports science and medicine. His work has inspired further research into hydration and nutrition, benefiting not only elite athletes but also everyday people who lead active lives. The Gatorade Sports Science Institute, founded in 1985, continues to conduct research in this field, building upon the foundation that he and his team laid down decades ago. His work lives on through the continued innovation in the field he helped create. In the end, the story of Robert Cade is a powerful reminder that groundbreaking innovations can come from the most unexpected places. It started with a simple question born of observation on a hot football field. Through scientific inquiry, persistence through challenges, and a touch of creative problem-solving, like adding lemon juice, he developed a solution that transformed an industry. Dr. Cade wasn't just the man who invented Gatorade, he was a curious physician, a dedicated teacher, and a lifelong learner whose work has had a lasting and positive impact on the health and performance of millions of people around the globe, quenching a thirst the world didn't even know it had.